Low back pain and pelvic pain are extremely common in pregnancy, especially the further along that you get as baby gets a little bit larger. So I'm going to take you through some stretches that are going to help hopefully reduce your pain, especially if you do them consistently. But also we need to address the stability aspect. So we're going to talk about how your glutes are really important to stabilize your pelvic girdle, and also talk a little bit more about breathing and really relaxing, because this is something that's very important in general, but especially as you're preparing for labor and birth. And that connection with the pelvic floor and your transverse abdominis is really important for postpartum recovery. So let's get started. I'm going to start with bridges. So we're going to be lying flat on our backs for this exercise. I know that it's often said that when you're pregnant, especially in your third trimester, that you should not be lying flat on your back because of the weight of the baby can compress your inferior vena cava. This isn't really something that you need to be that worried about. It's not really defined, the length of time or really how problematic it is, but often, say you're at your doctor's appointments or you're getting an ultrasound, you will often be lying on your back for prolonged periods of time. So the duration of an exercise or doing something for a short time should not really pose a problem. However, always listen to your body. If you're starting to feel a little nauseous, a little lightheaded, dizzy, roll to your side, sit up, get out of the position. And if you want to just not have this potentially be an issue at all, you can just elevate your back about 15 degrees. So just prop it up a little bit on a pillow or something, and you won't have to worry about this at all. So we're going to start with bridges. You can get down like this on your elbow and roll to your back. So we're going to start with pelvic tilts. If you see my back and my pelvis, right now I'm in anterior tilt. We're going to tilt the pelvis to posterior. Tilt and squeeze your glutes. It's okay. We're going to do 10 of these. If you can't get a lot of movement here, just do what you can, especially if you have a bigger belly. It may be quite limited. Squeeze. 10. And now we're going to go from side to side. So think about shortening each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's okay if you're not getting a lot of movement here. It's not going to be a lot. 6, 7, 2 more. So while you're in this position, I want you to think about engaging your deepest core layer or your transverse abdominis. People often think about the abs like the outer layer, the six-pack muscle, but this inner core layer is really important for support. So it's also what is going to be really important for you to engage to control your intra-abdominal pressure and how you're going to reconnect with your core postpartum. So think about inhale and relax. Just let everything go. When you exhale, draw in as if you are tightening a corset or hugging your baby. So inhale, exhale. If you notice, my back gets a little bit closer to the floor. Relax, exhale, hug your baby. So if you think about a contraction of your rectus abdominis, often you're flexing, you think about pressuring out like this. This isn't the same feeling. You really want to think about wrapping a corset, compressing, or hugging your baby in tight. Okay. Now, we're going to try and coordinate this with the pelvic floor lift. So, same, relax on the inhale. On the exhale, think about lifting the pelvic floor as if you are, some people say picking up a blueberry. I find that to be a strange comparison. I like holding in a fart because I think that's something we can all relate to. So inhale, relax. Exhale, lift your pelvic floor. Squeeze. Now we're going to coordinate this. So this pelvic floor lift goes together with the wrapping of the transverse. So inhale, relax. Initiate the exhale with a lift of the pelvic floor. So let it travel up. Wrap, wrap, wrap. Hold. And relax. So I've shown this in other videos. You can do this from other positions as well if you prefer not to lay on your back, but this is what I want you to think of before we're doing a bridge. Okay, so we're gonna put this together. Inhale, relax. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor. Engage your transverse, hug the baby, and lift your hips up as high as you can and squeeze. Strong glutes are really gonna help, and slowly lower with stabilizing your pelvic girdle. So we're gonna do 10 of these. Exhale, lift from the bottom, squeeze and hold, push through your heels, lower down. Inhale, exhale, squeeze and hold. And down. Inhale, exhale. Make sure at the top that you're not hyperextending, that you're really controlling that pelvic tilt, going into even a bit of a posterior tilt, which is pelvis this way. Exhale, lift and squeeze. I believe we're at 5. So this is a good thing to think of if you're ever doing bridging exercises with weights as well. Inhale, exhale. Remember, initiate from the bottom. Tight, tight squeeze. Because it's easy to get uncontrolled pressure out your linea alba. And this is a good way to make sure everything stays in tight, is really making sure you have that contraction of your transverse abdominis. 3 more. The next stretch we're going to be doing is cat-cow. You guys are probably familiar with this already. So we're going to go on all fours, make sure that your wrists are below your shoulders and that your hips are in line with your knees. So we're going to protract like a cat. This is really nice because we don't often get in this stretched out position where we enable all of these muscles to stretch out. Nice stretch on the lower back. And then we're going to curve the spine, look up, and we're going to repeat this for 20 times total. When you're in this position, I really want you to totally relax your stomach. The relaxation is as important as the contraction. So don't be gripping your pelvic floor. Really stop and think about where you're holding tension in your body. When you inhale and really relax in this position, just let the belly go, let the pelvic floor relax, don't hold any tension, okay? We're going to protract, stretch out, exhale. Look down, stretch out all those muscles. Keep it going. Try and relax. Close your eyes if you'd like to. All right, you're halfway there. Keep it going. If you like, you can also sort of go side to side in this top position. Use your breath. Three more, oh, 4 more, 17, 18, stretch, 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 19, 20. All right, nice work. Next, we are going to be doing a pigeon or a modified pigeon pose. This is to stretch out our piriformis, which can get very tight and actually cause lower back or leg pain. This position may be a little bit hard to get into with your belly in the way, especially if you're a little bit stiff like I am. Ideally, we want the heel to be in line with the knee and your hips to be square. Leg extended out back. I have to do that like this. This is probably not going to be a possibility if you're further along. So you've got a couple options. You can sit up in a chair and cross your leg over, or do it from this position here. Or you can grab a pillow, or in my case, blocks, and put them underneath this side. So I'm gonna put this underneath my boots and underneath my knee, and then push my leg into the proper position from here. So you do have some options for what works best. We are going to hold this for 45 seconds per side. And go. Nice deep breaths, really relax into the stretch. As you feel your body relaxing, maybe you can square your hips a little bit more. You can move your ankle up or your foot up a little bit, or push a little bit deeper down into the stretch. You've got 3 seconds. We're going to switch sides. All right. So move your foot back. Safely transport the blocks, the pillow, whatever, to the other side. Sit down. Knees here. Foot up, square the hips, hold. Deep breaths in. On the exhale, relax even more. Again, if you're feeling like this is awkward or uncomfortable, you can always just sit in a seat, in a chair, on a bench, whatever. Cross your foot over, push your knee down. You have 10 more seconds. Keep breathing. And great. Safely get out of this position. Next, we're going to be doing a butterfly stretch to really open up those hips, open up your inner thighs. It's really good to do more in this position. The further along that you get, do a lot of exercises to open your hips and better prepare yourself for labor and delivery. If this is a hard position to get into with your belly, you can prop yourself up on a ball against a wall, or you can use cushions or something where you're able to have that support behind and sit in this position a little better. I'm not going to let this go because that would be disastrous and embarrassing. So I'm just going to show you like this. So we're going to hold this stretch for a minute. Again, belly in the way, that is okay. You're going to have to take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax. Feel free to go from side to side if you would like. Try not to be too aggressive with the stretch, of course. Inhale. Exhale. When you get later in your pregnancy, you're going to want to hang out in positions, especially low squat positions where you have your hips nice and open, to help baby engage their head further into your pelvis, which will be a big relief for your lungs and obviously be much better for when you're ready to deliver. And so we get our position. Next, we're going to be doing hip rotations with our lovely exercise ball. This is not an exact alternative, you could do them both, but we're basically doing the same movements we did in the first exercise when we were bridging on our backs, minus the bridge, but the same movements of the pelvis. So we're going to go backwards and forwards for 10. Excuse the noises my ball makes. 3, tuck the pelvis right under, keep going. Watch your pelvis move. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Similar to the other one, we're going to go side to side, so shift your hips to the side. 3, 4, 6, 'All right, now we're going to make circles. We're going to do 5 in each direction. So same movements as the front, side, back, but we're just stringing it all together now. Sorry about the noise. 4, 5. This does this on the ground as well. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you're doing this exercise, legs wide, of course. You can do them even wider if you'd like. This is a good one to do for birth prep as well. We're going to finish out with child's pose, which is a wonderful stretch to do and sort of really relax and take deep breaths into this stretch. So you want to have your knees wide, of course, to accommodate belly. And you can either have your arms forward and relax, or if your belly's in the way, you can take your lovely exercise ball. Thank you. And lean forward on it like this. You can also use a pillow. And if you'd like an additional lat stretch with this, you can extend out a little bit further to get a nice stretch here as well, but it's not necessary. So we're just going to do this together for a minute, but you can continue to do this for about 5 minutes. It's really good to sit and really breathe, focus on breathing and relaxing into this stretch. So you can start the timer. So the longer the better. Even if you're getting closer to delivery, chilling in this position for maybe 5 to 10 minutes an evening or a couple times a day can be a really great and relaxing way to take some strain off of your back. So you can rotate a little bit in each direction if you'd like, or you can just keep holding. Take your deep breaths and really relax. I'm going to get a bit of a relaxed stretch here. Inhale, let that belly relax all the way down. Exhale. Inhale, relax a little more each time. Relax that pelvic floor. Relax your tummy. Let that weight go off of your back because now it's coming down, so it's not pressuring your back at all. And you can keep holding. I'm going to walk my hands back up. I hope that this helped. Doing this at any point in your pregnancy or later on in your 3rd trimester when you're getting close to deliver can help alleviate back pain, help to stabilize your hips a little bit, help to get some movement in your pelvic girdle, but also understand the importance of stability. So you should practice these breathing and lifting exercises throughout because they're going to be really useful postpartum. So I hope that this helped a little bit, you guys, and I'll see you soon.